I like how my internet died for like a second there. The stream just went completely off. And then it came back right as I was announcing it. Alright. What's up, chat? The non-existent chat. Let's go. It's Monday. It is Monday. I think I'm just gonna hold on. I'm gonna quickly advertise because like the stream's very empty and I can see that. No, the answer is you are not muted. I have a desktop audio muted, even though there's literally nothing on my desktop at all. There's absolutely nothing on my desktop that would be making sound, so it doesn't matter. Here's a quick check. I'm gonna go check. Hold on. How do I? It's gonna take me a minute to do this. Hold on, I forgot where the menu is. God, I haven't done this in a while. Okay, where is it? Where is it at? Does anyone know how to get to that menu where you see the people who are muted? That weird like moderation menu? See who's like muted in the chat, who's like banned from the channel. I forgot how you get to that menu. Is it this button? Oh no, yeah, it is this button. Found it. Never mind. Yeah, this is where I find the monitors. Oh, okay. Let me just yeah, I did something.
Alright.
Alright, here we go. Let's just say I unmuted someone. Okay, I think, yeah, who cares? I unmuted Jack, because Jack was muted. So, yeah. And then there's one person who actually is muted for a legitimate reason. There was just some random guy who just started coming in and saying the N-word on stream. Say he's hidden now. That's the only other hidden person. I just unmuted Jack. It should work now. He might have to reload. He might have to reload the page if he's watching, because it should work now. I saved the list. I think he just has to refresh. If he is on stream, he just has to refresh. So, I'm gonna be doing music. I know it's been a long time since I've done we've done a productive stream on this channel. It has been an insane amount of time. But yeah, we're here now. And now the big series reveal trailer is around the corner. I love how the title of the stream. I really want to put the actual name of the series in the title of the stream, but I just can't. It's just me composing music for soon to be revealed series, because we already know NZ is a thing. NZ's a thing that's already been publicly revealed. Not on YouTube, but on Discord it has. So I'm legally allowed to say it out loud. And I'm pretty sure I might have said NZ at some point on stream. Probably. In one of the Minecraft Generation episode, I probably mentioned it at some point, because Half-Baked is sometimes in the chat. Half-Baked will most likely not be in the chat till he gets on his PC, which he won't probably get onto his PC for a good bit. So we're just going to deal with what we have here with our audience, which is apparently just the two of you. Because I believe the analytics actually counts counts myself. Because the analytics says 3 people are watching, and I think it counts me, because I'm currently in the dashboard. So it probably does count me, which means it's only the 2 of you. Oh, look at that, I just bumped up to 4. I just witnessed it go to 4. Alright, we're getting some views, let's go. The reason why I haven't gone off the starting soon thing is because I'm still kind of explaining what's happening, because I know it's been a long time since anything related to any sort of productivity has been put on this channel. The last thing that was put on this channel was 3 months ago, and the thing before that, the last productive thing that was put on this channel was over 6 months ago. So it has been a long time since we've done anything productive on this channel, so I feel like it's worthy that I explain myself before I get started, because, like, I don't understand why they don't allow advertising either. I guess it's just BPS influence, I guess, because I can never advertise the streams in BPS. I never have, because whenever you put a single link into it takes it as an embedded YouTube video, Me6 just immediately deletes it. So yeah, I don't know how they did that actually. I think they have like the Ultra Me6. They have like the Me6 Premium or something that allows them to specify if it's a YouTube link or not. But yeah, if you post any YouTube link, or not any YouTube link, if you post like a stream, it's so weird. It's so weird. If somehow, I don't know how, but somehow Me6 or Dino, I don't know which one it is, they actually detect it and they delete the link. I don't know how that works. Probably some weird thing. Also, I looked at the moderator thing, the manage moderator thing, and it turns out there are only 4 curse words that are banned, and there are a ton of curse words that deserve to be on this list that are not on this list. And there's a word on here that's not even a curse word, but it's on here anyway. There's a word on here that's not even a curse word, but for some reason it's banned. I mean, the word can be used as an insult, but it's not technically a curse word. It's just an adjective. That's weird. But I'm currently adding curse words to this list of banned curse words, because I'm pretty sure Half-Baked was the one who set up this curse word list, and he did not finish it. There is yeah, to say the least, at least. What other insult should I delete from here? Because this is PG, so you're allowed to say certain things to like an extent until I get to the point where it's like not PG again, like until the point where it's not PG anymore. I think this list is pretty decent. I'm gonna end it here. I'll modify the list as time goes on. Okay, I'm done with the starting soon. You guys actually get to stare at my screen. Let's go. Look at this, guys! Wow! Isn't that something? Oh yeah, so this is the first stream I've ever done with my 2 monitors. So I can put anything on my second monitor and you will never see it, because it's on my second monitor. Like OBS and the live stream chat, it's all on my second monitor. And so is Discord, so if I open Discord you can't see it. The only thing that's on my first monitor is MuseScore, which is what we're doing on the stream. That is the only thing that's actually on my main screen. So there you go. There you go, bro. Official incognito activated. Alright, so we're gonna do some stuff. I'm looking at the live stream stats. Wow, how come... Oh, geez, the live stream is mega lagging. It is so lag. Well, that's just because I have dark mode turned on. I just have dark mode turned on. Oh yeah, this is my favorite part. Over here, this is probably my favorite part. Dude, the stream is so far behind already. It's so far behind. It's because I use 720 with 60 FPS because I like 60 FPS, but oh my god, does it lag the stream? It's like 8 seconds behind or something. It's back. It's so back. But anyway, here we have, this is my favorite part. In order to create a realistic crescendo, I had to do this because whenever, let me demonstrate. Let me go to an empty MuseScore file and explain myself. So if you were to take a whole note, let's actually change the instrument to a drum so this makes more sense because it's going to sound really weird on a piano. So let's go to percussion. We'll go to concert, snare drum, remove the piano. Okay, here we go. So I have this, right? Let's say I add a whole note. That's the wrong button. There we go. Let's say I add a whole note. And let's say I wanted to make it roll. You know, just because, you know, I want to roll. So I would go to where you find the rolls. Wait, did they move it? I knew it. I just installed this new update. I literally just installed this new update. There's a new update where they redesigned the entire side palette. Oh no, they didn't move it. They just moved it up a little bit. Okay, so here it is. Here's that thing. This is the thing that adds rolls to your score. And you can like attach this and it'll add a roll. So like if I attach this, it'll make it an increment of eighth notes. The problem is that doesn't sound like a roll. That just sounds like a whole note turned into eighth notes. This will make it an increment of 16th notes, which sounds slightly more realistic, but not. And then this is the 32nd note one, and then there's the 64th note one. I think that's what the next subdivision is. Yeah, it is. So if we go to this one, it's gonna sound more like a roll. And then if you want to get a real roll sound like an actual legitimate roll, you would use this one. This is the one that sounds the most like a roll. Why is my music score frozen? Okay, it's not. You see, the problem is the rolls on MuseScore sound so fake. They sound so fake because they create no rebound effect. I wonder if they actually added buzz roll. Does that actually work now? Nope. Buzz roll just doesn't buzz roll. It doesn't do what you would think it would do. It just doesn't do it. It literally doesn't do it. Oh, that was, yeah, don't question what's happening in the background. Hold on, quick mute. So yeah, but that's not the thing, that's not the point. So you have these rolls here, and this creates like a roll effect, kind of. I say kinda, because not really. It's very bad. It doesn't sound like a roll at all, which is probably why I'm going to record my own roll for the snare drum part, but I'll let you listen to it in a second. But let's say I wanted to add a crescendo to this. There's two ways to add crescendos. You can actually add a crescendo line, which is the same thing, just not. So let's say I wanted to add, you could also add a crescendo hairpin, or you could add a crescendo line. Both of them do the exact same thing. I personally prefer the crescendo line because it looks nicer. It doesn't take up as much space. Like the hairpin looks very bulky. I like the line. The line is nicer. So if you take the line will do a crescendo, but because this is one singular note, how crescendos work in MuseScore is it takes a singular note and then it carries the data onto different notes. So let's say there were 4 notes here, it would go louder, 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 louder. But since there's only 2 notes here, you don't notice the difference at all, even if it's rolling constantly. So if I go to dynamics and I put a piano here and I put a forte here, what's going to happen is it's going to play this entire roll at piano and then just switch to forte at the very end. Listen to it. There's no crescendo. So in order to create an actual realistic crescendo, you can't use this method. You can't actually make a roll. So in order to do it, what you actually have to do is you have to go to 32nd note and just place a bunch of them until you fill one beat, which this is actually one whole beat. Or no, it's actually 2 full beats. So I do that again, and now here we are. We've now created this monstrosity of a visual aspect. And now the crescendo will actually work, because like I said, the crescendo carries datas across notes. So if I add the dynamics back now, if I make this piano and I make this forte, you'll actually notice the difference. It will actually create a crescendo. But you have to do this in order to have that happen. And it's very annoying. It's the only way to make a proper crescendo. And even then, it still sounds like an incredibly fake roll. That's my least favorite part about it. So with this thing, I actually subdivided it a step further, and I actually used 64th notes for this one. I actually used 64th notes for that roll. So 64th note, in order to cover one single beat, you have to do all this. This is just one beat. And then you have to do that 4 times. So it fills the bar up like this. And then you take your dynamics, you add your dynamics back. By the way, the commotion has stopped. They've left the house. Or no, they're back in the house now. I just heard the door open, never mind. I lied. And we add that crescendo note in the line back, if I can find it. There it is. Wrong location. Yeah. The reason I had to do this just sounds like a this one sounds like your audio is just glitching. Well, that's because in this song, the tempo is not set to the default setting tempo. It's not set to 180, it's set to 75. So you put this down to 75, this actually sounds kind of nice. It sounds acceptable. I say acceptable because no matter what you do, the roll's going to sound really bad. But that was basically me demonstrating why I had to do this here. So that's why that happens. It's not fun. It's just not. But that's just the way it is. I probably should have put the latency of the stream down to low. I put it to normal, and now the stream is like 14 seconds behind. But that's fine. But anyway, yeah, okay. So now we can listen to it with this horrendous roll at the beginning. I wish I didn't have to make this, but this is just the way it has to be because it's the only way you can create a semi-realistic crescendo to roll in this software. Just this method. My favorite part is how it just goes off the screen. That's my favorite part. It just goes off the page and into the next one. Like, it just cuts off in the middle here. There's just a note missing. There's just that. Actually, no, wait, there's not even a note missing. It just cuts, there's just like a knife just went down the middle and someone separated the page by like a centimeter. That's so funny. But anyway, let's actually listen to what I have so far. Also, the name of the series was originally here. The song is called So It Begins, and then I put the name of the series soundtrack. But because I knew I was gonna stream, I changed it to Lol Gotham soundtrack. So I don't know if anyone noticed that. I don't know if anyone noticed that yet. But I did that for the purpose of this stream. I'm gonna change it back afterwards, but you get the point. So let's actually listen to the song because I've been sitting here rambling about rolls for about 10 minutes. I think it's about time we actually listen to the song. Or no, the stream's been going for 20 minutes actually. Man, I can ramble about rolls for a while. So let's actually listen to this song. to create a whole other section after this, which is why there's so much sheet music left, which I planned on doing this stream, but I have to finish the first section first. First things first, I have to finish the trumpet part. I never actually finished it. It goes all the way to here and then just stops. I know I didn't actually finish the trumpet part. I still have like a decent, like 8 measures. Just 8 measures. There's just 8 measures I think I have to do. So for the trumpet, I'm trying to make it sound triumphy. You know what I mean? The word that sounds like trumpet. The word I was trying to make a pun on the word triumph and trumpet, but I failed. But anyway, that's what I'm trying to do here with these dotted eighth notes here, where it goes da da da. And that's how that's gonna go. And then it just switches back to the regular piece here, and then I'm probably gonna bring those dotted eighth notes back into this section. Probably my favorite part about this section before the key change over here, where it changes key, is the timpani solo that happens right here. It sounds where'd it go? Where'd my timpani solo go? Oh, it's down here. This thing right here, this little thing here, the timpani solo, sounds really cool. I think that fits quite nicely with the aesthetic of the theme. But yeah, there's a timpani solo there. And then over here we have timpani and euphonium are kind of doubling up with this eighth note rhythm that goes throughout the entire phrase. I still have to add more instruments. I am nowhere near done with this first section. I have to add the trumpet. What do I still have to add? I have to add trumpet, bass clarinet, and saxophones, multiple different kinds of saxophones. I'm not just gonna add one kind. I gotta add all the kinds, because there's bari sax, there's tenor sax. I won't add soprano sax because no one needs a soprano sax. All you really need is alto, tenor, and what's the other one called? It's alto, tenor. Wait, no, it's not here. It's in woodwinds. Bari, yeah, baritone. No one needs a soprano saxophone. You don't actually. It's not necessary. I might, honestly, the tenor and the alto saxophones kind of sound the same, not gonna lie. Although, alto and bari use different transposing systems than tenor do. So I might just use alto and bari and just throw tenor out the door. Or I could just use tenor and bari and throw alto out the door, because then it would be more consistent with the different transposing. Probably have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm talking about transposing instruments. I can actually, let me show you real quick. I actually have the thing. I'm going to drag it over to my first screen. So we have this thing over here. This thing is a transposing chart for concert band. Basically, not every instrument calls notes what they actually are. They don't actually all do that. A lot of instruments transpose their notes to different notes for some reason. I don't know why music was made this way, but there's instruments that are based around C, which are what the actual notes are, which, and according to this thing, you can barely read it, but it's oboe, bassoon, flute, trombone, and tuba. They call notes what they actually are, including a piano. A piano actually calls notes what they actually are. And then if you the B flat bass notes, you transpose a whole step up. That's trumpet, bass clarinet, tenor sax, a baritone, and a euphonium. And then the ones that are based around E flat, you go even further up, which you transpose C to A, and you get that's alto, bari sax, a bass clarinet, and alto clarinet. Never even heard of an alto clarinet. And then the ones that are based around F, which you transpose C to G, are the horns. You know, French horn, English horn, you know, those kind of, all the horns, the ones that have the word horns on them. So put that over there. That was basically me attempting to explain how transposing works. Now, MuseScore actually transposes things automatically for you. See, if I were to take the clarinet or the piccolo phrase right here and copy paste it into the trumpet, it transposes it. Obviously, it puts it like 20 octaves above where I want it to be, but it transposes it to the correct notes, so it won't sound really nasty. Because if I were to transpose the trumpet line to where it actually is the exact same note as these notes, it would sound incredibly nasty. So let me actually transpose all this down to the exact same notes that these are and actually play it. I don't know why music was made this way, but for some reason the different instruments just don't work together when they're all put onto the same system of notes. So different instruments have different systems, so that they sound nice when played together. I don't know how that works or why it works, but that's just the way instruments are. I don't question how it happened. It just does. So that's music. That's concert band for you. So now let me actually compose some stuff. So from here, I have to choose what's going to happen with this this next part. So I might do the dotted eighth note again, but I'm debating whether or not to do it. What note is played by the flute here? Flute's this one, right? Okay, it's D. So what if I did D? D transpose, if you transpose a D, it goes to an E in trumpet language. So I'm actually going to be using an E here. So I guess we'll use the high E. Yeah, that sounds about right. We'll do high E. We'll be fancy with it. Oh wait, no, I'm supposed to make that a dotted. Now we're on the right beat. Okay, now I can do my thing. Oh god, no. Wait. So many dots. Gotta put so many freaking dots. Alright, now we have our little triumph sound effect again added to this measure. Let's listen to how that sounds. Oh wait, no, you know what I should have done? I should have aligned this note with this note. So what is the flute playing here? It's playing a C, and then the piccolo is playing an E. So it matches up here, but no, it doesn't. Not to lie. It doesn't match up here. Never mind. It's supposed to go there. It's supposed to go to F sharp, because that's how whole steps work. I remember I attempted to explain how this works to Caroline one time. She was just like, she was having such a what moment. See, that sounds good. It's an F sharp, even though it doesn't match the key signature at all, but it sounds good because trumpets are weird. Hashtag trumpets are weird. Anyway, so that sounds good, even though it's an F sharp, and that's nowhere even close to being in the key signature that we're in, but it sounds good. Sometimes I just don't question the rules of music. By the way, is the music loud for you guys? Let me actually open up OBS and test this. Because I'm not sure the ratio of volume between the music playing and my voice. It's nowhere even close to being in the key signature that we're in, but it sounds good! Okay, I just listened to the stream. It's not that loud. You should be fine. Your ears should live. And the ratio between the music and my voice is consistent, so don't have to change any settings. What was that accent? I just invented out of nowhere. Sentence. This is how music works. You see, you play this note. You play this note on a trumpet. It sounds different on every other instrument, but on a trumpet it sounds okay because. Let me just put that in the chat. Hashtag trumpets are weird, guys. Hashtag trumpets are weird. That's so right. Okay, let's add some more stuff. So I mean, the whole reason this stream even exists is it's not for me to actually, for you to actually understand what I'm doing. It's for you to experience the creative process that goes into creating the soundtrack of the trailer. Because this is something that most people, if people miss this stream, which this stream is actually going to get unlisted after it's done, unlike the Minecraft Generation ones, which stay there, this one's not, because it's a productive stream. We unlist the productive streams. They do go into an archived playlist, but they don't actually stay on the main channel list. So unless you actually go to the archived playlist, then you're never going to be able to hear the song again unless unless you wait for the real trailer to come out. So like it's kind of interesting. It's interesting to actually witness the live process that goes into creating a soundtrack for a video. That's the reason why you're here right now, because you get to witness the creative process. You get to see the process. Similar to Andy's stream yesterday, which is kind of funny that he unironically streamed music yesterday. I was actually planning on doing this like 3 days ago, but then he was like, you know what, I'm gonna stream music. And that happened yesterday, so that was kind of weird. I was like, oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Okay, so I gotta, should I do the I probably should. So what's this note? We'll make it really high. We'll make it a high trumpet note, guys. Because I don't know if you knew this, but trumpets have the ability to go really high for whatever reason. And it sounds somewhat okay. Because trumpets are weird. Anyway, man, I'm finding so many excuses to call trumpets weird. Okay, so what's this note? That's a C6. That's a lovely note. So that means we're going up to a D. Because this is we're in trumpet language now, so we're going to D instead of C. So, are we going to do high D? This song is going to play throughout the entirety of the trailer, because the reveal trailer is actually really short. Although, this song isn't complete yet, I still have to make the banner section. This is just the section for, like, when it goes over, like, when it has, like, a little overture thing. I mean, it doesn't, but it kind of does. Well, here's the thing. It doesn't, though, because trumpets have, like, a brassy sound. You can hear, like, that tiny bit of brass. You can hear, like, the sound that, like, a brass instrument makes. That's, like, brassy sound. Unlike a flute or a piccolo, where it just sounds like smooth air. Trumpets have, like, that brass sound. The brass sound that you get with a brass instrument. That's the difference. Piccolo is a whole other thing. Piccolo is basically a flute, but shifted up an octave. So it's really high-pitched. It's really high up. Because, yeah, that's literally what a piccolo is. It's just a flute shifted up an octave. So we're gonna play a high E. Which is actually, should I go high E? Like high E? Like look at my screen, like high E? Or should I keep it decent level E? Or should we go all the way to freaking high E? Or no, D. We're doing D, not E. I lied. Or should I do low, or should I do moderately low D? We should go all the way up. Cause I wonder what this sounds like if I go all the way up here. Cause I'm curious. We'll listen to both ways. I'll do this one. I'll do the regular way. If it was just a normal octave. You see, you get the effect, like you can hear it, but like here's the thing, the fact that it's low makes it kind of boring and it kind of just like fits into the music, but we don't want it to fit in, we want it to stand out, right? Isn't that the whole point? Isn't that the reason why we're making a trumpet part have that trumpet sound, is so that it can stand out? That's the whole reason we're doing this. So if we want it to stand out even more, well, first off, we had to make it louder, which is what I just did. Yeah, see, but it still kind of just like perfectly blends in, but we don't want that. We want it to stand out. So because of that, I'm shifting it up an octave. Let's go. Let's see what this sounds like. You see, listen to that. Now it stands out like there's no tomorrow because I shifted it up an octave. See, this is why the octaveness works. Now it sounds very, very, what's the word? Very fulfilling. It sounds very, very, very full. Very, very satisfying. I just got a ping on Discord. Where is that at? Oh, okay. Never mind. It had nothing to do with anything I was doing. You see, now it sounds good. It sounds like it sounds like something that doesn't that sound so much better? Like let's be honest here. What sounds better? Does this sound better? or does this sound better? Is that trumpet playing a C7? Oh geez, it's in the freaking 6th octave. That's epic. Like seriously, that's some epic stuff. Now, it actually went so high the notes turned freaking green, which happens. I think the notes turn green whenever the instrument goes out of its comfort zone. But what I could do to fix that is I could temporarily make these 3 notes in the 8 VA clef. Probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's basically a clef that you shift the entire octave up, so that this note, these high notes would be here, but they would sound identical because it's an 8 VA. So where's the 8 VA line? Here's the 8 VA line. 8 VA alta. So I attach this to here, and I shift this outward to, no, wrong button. There, like that. It now temporarily, oh wait, no, wait. Bring these notes down to where they're supposed to be. Whoops, didn't grab them right. Like that. And then put the 8 VA marker on them. So now what this is saying is, it's saying these notes are going to stay on the staff so you can read them easily, but play them an octave above because it has the 8 VA marking here. See, it sounds the same, but it's shifted an octave above because you have this 8 VA marking. So that's essentially the 8 VA. There's also 15A, which goes 2 octaves higher. I'm actually curious to see what that sounds like. Prepare your frickin' ears for this one. Oh, okay, that's a little too far. We're not going all. I mean, trumpets have hit that note before. I have actually witnessed like trumpets live hit that note, like hit notes that high. It's freaking insane. Trumpets can actually do that. I've seen it. It's insane how they can make that noise, but they can actually make that noise. It has been done before, and that's kind of, it's crazy how that's been done before, but it is truly remarkable. I should probably like show. I'm gonna show that on freaking stream. I'm gonna pull up. I have this this one thing where this one trumpet goes so high. It just goes so high. It just goes so high up, I can't even comprehend it. Hold on, where'd my stream chat go? Oh, there it is. My stream chat. I was like, where'd the chat go? Where'd the chat go? All right, so let's go to the part I'm referencing real quick. Where's the ballad? Oh, I found it. Okay, let me pull this up onto the main screen. Oh, it's an ad. There's an ad, guys. I pull it up, and the first thing I see is it just says ad in 5. That's the first thing I see. Oh, that's lovely. Can I bypass this in any way?
Tyler, with Grammarly's help, is trying to impress his boss. After that time, he told her, "I'm a suppository of it."
Okay. Anyway, let me actually here. This is the trumpet. This is not it, by the way. This is the build up to it. Like, bruh. That's an actual freaking bruh moment. The fact that that note is hit. I can't. I actually can't. How does... I don't understand how they even do that. It's freaking insane. Like, how tight does your mouth have to be to make that sound? It's actually crazy. It's bizarre. But that's that. Thought I'd just show you that on stream, just to prove that I'm not crazy. So we're gonna go back to regular octaves here. Let's go. So what note should I start with? I guess we'll just start with the key change note, which in this case is an E flat. So in that case, we're going to have that's an F natural. I'm not crazy, I swear. Okay. So what note should I do here? Because we're in a different key signature now. So I guess I'll do C. C natural is what we're doing now. Jeez, the key signatures are screwing me over right now. Okay. Or change that to a half note. You see, this is actually starting to sound quite nice. It's starting to sound like a song. I gotta go AFK real quick for reasons. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. What's up? Still 4 people watching. So I'm one of those 4 people, which means there's a third person watching this. It's not just Elizabeth and Caroline. There's some other person here. Because I know the third, I count as one of the people. I'm pretty certain I count as one of the people, because I'm technically watching the stream during, like, the thing. I really should have put the low latency on. I'm kind of upset that I didn't. Cause the stream is so far behind. I really should have put the low latency on. Cause stuff happens after I speak, the chat doesn't respond for like 15 seconds. It's actually kind of crazy. I'm gonna open my energy bar. I don't like the taste of coffee, so I eat caffeinated energy bars instead. That's my alternative. Because I just hate the taste of coffee. It doesn't taste good to me. I don't like the taste of bean juice, okay? Don't judge me. Time to eat caffeinated energy bar. Oh god, I split it in half by accident. It's right here in front of you, freaking judo! You want to hear it? I'll play it right freaking now. Wait, no. You gotta see the whole thing. Why would I play it without the whole thing invisible? Come on, bruh. Anyway, so I'm currently writing the brass part. I actually wrote this 8VA moment here on stream, the part where the trumpet goes up to an insane high note for a split second. But I'm still writing the brass. Wait, you're talking about something on my screen? You talking to me? Are you talking to me? This is something I don't know what you're referring to. Okay, let's go. Alright, I'm still writing brass. Gotta write some brass. Because trumpets are weird, guys. Hashtag trumpets are weird. Can we officially establish this as an actual hashtag? I want this to become a meme. It's not going to, but I want it to become a meme anyway. That's a C. That's not a C. Got it. Okay, so that's a C. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna, first off, I gotta bring the dynamics back, because this is not gonna be as loud as it was before. Because it's a little too loud after this brassy part. Okay, so now it's nice and it's less loud now because it was a little brassy. Too brass. Too much brass. Too much brass. All right, so we're going up to D now. Trumpets are weird. Official freaking meme. Okay, let's see what that sounds like. Okay, that sounds a little whack. That's probably the first... out of all the ones we've made so far, that's probably the first one that sounds really whack. That one doesn't sound like it fits the music at all. That one doesn't work at all. That one just doesn't work. What the heck? Did I transpose wrong? No, I didn't. I transposed right. A decent amount of people know, well, no, a lot of people know my first name. Not many people know my last name. Only like 5 people know my last name. There are a ton of people who know my first name. My first name is very public because it's so common. It's such a common first name. No, I don't want to place an A. I didn't ask for an A to be placed, okay, keyboard? Calm down, keyboard. ADHD is kicking in. Let's go. Yeah, that just doesn't work. Why does that not work? It's the correct note. I'm confused. Okay, let's see. Let me hum the pitch that sounds somewhat accurate here. That sounds correct. What the frick is wrong with me? Heh. It's not the most common name. It's the third most common name. It's the third most common name. The most common name is Muhammad. My name is the third most. Alright. My favorite song. Alright, anyway. What note is this? F, C, B flat, G, F. Okay. I know for a fact that my name is not the first most common name. I don't know where it is on the list, but I know it's not the first one. The first one is definitely Muhammad. I know that for a fact. I don't know where mine is on the list, but it's high. It's really high on there. But Muhammad is the first most popular. 100% guarantee you. I don't know where mine is, but it's high up there. You know what? This note's an F, so we're gonna try an F, which in trumpet language is actually a G. So we're gonna go to G, which is this note. Unless I want to go down an octave, which I could, but... Okay, we're not doing that. Go up. Okay, I want to hear what this sounds like. Let's go. Nothing fits here. Bruh, I'm annoyed now. Okay, here we go. You know what? Screw the whole eighth. We're not doing that. We're gonna do a regular old. We're gonna do a regular old phrase. So what note is this? G. That's A in trumpet language because trumpets are weird. I'm just gonna keep repeating that statement over and over again. Oh, that sounds nasty. I don't like that. That sounds very bad. Why does that sound so terrible? What the heck? What did I do? What did I do? Oh, because I'm using the freaking clarinet part, not the flute part. Whoops. My bad. It's supposed to be a G. Bro, why are there... Wait. What? Where did this come from? I don't want that. Okay. Okay, that works, I guess. It wasn't what I was going for, but it works. Okay, what's this note? D? We're doing D, I guess? Okay, wrong area. D. Guys, my name is 100% totally not Michael, by the way. By the way. Oh, here's where we're doing it. We're doing the thing right here. Guarantee. No one's stopping me. We're gonna do a freaking VA 15. We're gonna do this note. Yeah, we're gonna do that. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what note we're gonna do. Okay, what note is the flute playing? Or the piccolo? Piccolo's playing E flat. So that's exactly what I'm doing. AKA F. Because hashtag trumpets are weird. Gonna keep bringing that up until it dies. Oh wait, make this a whole note. There you go. Did I make the other one a whole note? Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay. Question for the chat. Who wants me to 8VA this? What essentially, if you can't speak in musical language, who wants me to make this trumpet thing an octave higher? Who wants me to 8VA this? I'm gonna wait for the stream to catch up so I can hear the answers. I want answers. Alright, let's go. Oh, we're doing it. Man, I can't get over how slow the freaking stream is right now. Alright, here we go. Here we go. We're putting an 8VA marking on this. Let's go. Alright, let's see what this sounds like. I'm very scared. Why does it actually sound somewhat okay? Why does it actually sound like a decent... Why does it actually sound good? Why does that actually fit? The heck? I know why it fits. I just figured it out. It fits because the piccolo is also playing an octave higher. So whenever you bump the trumpet up, it actually sounds okay because the piccolo is also playing that same note. Because that's how piccolos work. Piccolos are bumped up an octave. So this note and this note are actually the same note. That's why it sounds acceptable, because the trumpet isn't blaring out too much because the piccolo is also playing that same note. Although you can barely hear the piccolo's 16th note thing I have set up here. I have this whole thing set up where the piccolo and the clarinet do this thing where they go do 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 do. They have like a little 8th note. They go like this. And I really want that to actually be heard. It's kind of like being casted away underneath all the other instruments. I feel like I need to make everything else quieter so this can actually shine. Cause this thing deserves to be heard. This little 16th note thing I've set up with the piccolo and the clarinet, because it's like the one part that makes this measure sound different from the rest of them, and I want that to be heard. You can kind of hear it now. It's still, no matter what I do, you can still barely hear it. I think I know what I'm going to do. When I add saxophones, which I'm going to do now, actually, when I add saxophones to this, what essentially I'm going to do is I'm just going to make the saxophones also do that part so that it becomes brassy. Okay. I'm finished the trumpet. I've done the trumpet part. Okay. We're done with trumpet. No more trumpet, guys. No more trumpets are weird. We're moving on to another weird instrument that's also equally as weird as the trumpet. Are you freaking ready? It's tenor saxophone time, guys. It's tenor saxophone time. Or is it tenor? Am I doing the right instrument? Yep, tenor sax, guys. It is tenor time. It is freaking tenor sax time. Here we go. Guys, tenor sax are also weird. Just wanted to point that out. Alright, so let's actually put the tenor sax where it's supposed to go. It's all the way at the bottom. Tenor sax is supposed to go right below trombone. So it shall go there. How much longer till the score reaches the point where it's 2 pages for one thing? Because it's going to reach that point real soon. Because I think if I add just one more part... Because right now you see 1 page is just literally 1 page is like 4 measures. Because all of this is one thing. But soon it's going to be 2 pages for 4 measures. It's going to get real crammed really quickly with this score. Because I think if I add just one more part, the amount of pages this thing is using is going to double. Watch. If I add baritone. Oh no, it could fit one more. Okay, so if I added 2 more, the amount of pages would double. This is what happens when you actually put effort into music. You end up getting a really cluttered setup. This is what happens, guys. This is what happens. You want to know the answer to all your problems? Don't do what I do. Don't become a musician, guys. I'm just kidding. Please become a musician. It's freaking epic. Anyway, enough of that. So here's what I'm curious. What if I just freaking copy pasted the entire trombone part into the tenor sax? What would that sound like? Obviously, it would transpose it for me, but what would it sound like? I'm curious. Because I feel like the trombone and the tenor sax would go well together since they sound roughly the same. I say roughly because not really. Guys, we're about to add a saxophone to this, so I don't know if you know about, but saxophones make a very distinct sound. So this song's about to change dramatically. Honestly, it works pretty well. I'm honestly okay with this. I'm okay with just taking the trombone part and copy pasting it to the sax part. It actually works quite nicely. It's not too blaring because, like, it's a tenor saxophone. It's not meant to blare. The saxophone that's meant to blare is the bari sax. That's the blaring saxophone. That's the saxophone that's meant to, like, that's like the really bassy sounding saxophone. That's the one that's like dun dun. It's like the really low one. That's what the bari sax. It's that one's like the really blaring one. It's like a tuba essentially. It's a tuba saxophone. I feel like that works quite nicely, honestly. In all honesty, that works pretty well. I'm gonna make one minor adjustment so that the tenor sax, I want to make sure that every instrument gets like its own time to have like a quote-unquote solo. So essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the piccolo part, or either the piccolo or the flute part. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna take. Probably the flute part, and copy paste it somewhere onto the trombone. You know what, we'll use this one. The one for the key change. We'll take this phrase and put it on tenor sax. It's going to put it like 3 octaves higher. Don't worry about it. I'll just bump it down. There you go. And now let's listen to what it sounds like. Honestly, I kind of like that. It adds a tiny bit. It adds like a brassy kind of like woodwind feel to the flute melody, which the flute melody you could barely even hear before. But with the addition of the tenor sax playing it, it kind of feels more in there now. So, you know what time it is. It's bari sax time. No one's stopping me. No one shall stop me from playing the bari sax part. So, let's listen to what a bari sax sounds like. So you can get a reference. You hear that? This is like the heart. This is like the soul of the saxophone section. It is incredibly brassy. It's like it is really out there. So because it's such a low range instrument, we're gonna actually copy paste the tuba part onto it. With the exception being of that one part where at the end where I want the 8th note melody to actually copy with the bari sax, so we have that nice brassy feel towards the end. So let's see what this sounds like with the tuba part pasted onto the bari sax part. Oh, I've ran into my first issue. This is very low. Like, very low. I'm not sure if I want to keep it there or bump this up. This phrase, just this one phrase, I might bump this up the octave just so it sounds less. So it sounds less. So what happens if I take this phrase and bump it up the octave? How different does it sound? Surprisingly, not much different. It's cause the melody that's being played by the bari sax here is very, very similar to that of the tuba. So therefore, it just blends in. You don't even notice the difference because of the way it blends in. But I'm about to throw something at you. I'm gonna make the bari sax play the baritone part, or the euphonium part. Here. With the exception being that last measure where I want it to play the 16th notes. So it's gonna play this part. So it's gonna play that part, and I'm gonna make it a tiny bit softer, because it's a little loud. Just a tad. And then with the exception being that it's gonna play the 16th notes at the end here with the piccolo and the flute. Okay, watch this. Oh yeah, that's a lot of octaves up. Was that 4 octaves up? It was, yeah, that was literally 4 octaves up. That's a lot of octaves. Yeah, octaves. I still highly doubt that your ear is actually hearing an octave up. That just doesn't sound like it's plausible. Like, I can understand if, like, the sound was, like, muffled or distorted, but hearing it in a perfect octave up, that just doesn't sound plausible. You see now that you get that brassy feel at the end with that. I'm actually gonna make this the loudest thing here. The bari sax is gonna be the loudest thing at the end. It's gonna be the only thing with double forte. Can I place it? There we go. Alright, I am almost done adding wind instruments. The wind instrument section is almost complete. I could probably actually stop here and it would be fine, because I don't actually need anything besides just a few saxophones. I mean, if I really wanted to spice things up, I could add a French horn and a bass clarinet. That would be like the ideal, like, spicy addition to this already existing setup. But it's not exactly necessary, considering we have a pretty much full band going on in here. In this setup, we don't really need much more. By the way, the drum set is completely empty. There's a drum set part here that has nothing in it, but I'm going to use it for the later section of the song, so that's the reason why I added it there. It's going to have a purpose, it just doesn't have one yet. But there is a drum set in there. I don't know if you noticed that. And the woodblock here, the woodblock part at the very bottom, it has one purpose, it plays during the key signature. It has like there's like a little woodblock solo going on the bottom. So for comparison right now, since this song is almost completely done, I pressed Control A to select every single thing, and it showed me. It highlighted on the piano here every note that is ever played in the whole song. This is the range of the song. All these notes are played at some point by some instrument. This is the range our song has. I like how these 3 notes are never played, but every note around it is. Whoa, what the... Why did that sound really cool? Was that the flute playing? No, that wasn't the flute. What was that? What was that? Was that the clarinet? No. What instrument was that? Oh, that was piccolo. That was piccolo at a low octave. Why did that sound so cool? Because Piccolos are normally, like, up here. But why does this sound so cool? I'm going to use that someday. Piccolo in a lower octave. I'll just put a bass clef on a piccolo. That's going to be really weird to see. A piccolo with a bass clef. Anyone who knows how music works will see that and be like, wait, what? So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to open up the file here. Let me get my file explorer and then, boom, blast it over to the monitor so you can't see nothing. So that I'm going to open up the animation. I actually have a GL render of the entire reveal trailer made. Pop it over here so you can't see any of it. And I'm going to watch it with the music synced over it, see how well it fits the animation. So I'm going to actually start on the pickup. Because the drum roll is incredibly hard to time. Trust me, I've tried. It's really hard to do. So we're going to just start on the pickup, and I'm going to pause it exactly where the thing is supposed to start. I'm going to play it. I'm probably gonna have to shift the song itself back a bit, considering the timing I'm getting here. But it worked pretty well. It went pretty well with the song. It worked. It just worked genuinely well. So that works out. That worked out surprisingly well with the trailer in question. Now, am I actually going to add those other voices, those F voices? Because it wouldn't be a full concert band if I didn't have F-based instruments on here. Which I don't. I don't have a single F-based instrument on here. The F-based instruments are French horn. And pretty much that's it. Just French horn. So I could add just French horn, because I don't think I need a bass clarinet. It's not necessary. So I'm just going to add a French horn. Or, yeah, horn and F. That's what we're going to add. Where would horn be on this thing? I guess here, technically. Or no, trombone is a bass instrument. Okay, trombone is lower down than I thought. So trombone would actually be below the saxophones. It'd be here. Okay, I just rearranged the location of some things. I'm trying to, well, you can't see it. That's the point. You're not supposed to see the entire trailer yet. Why would I just show you the trailer on stream? That defeats the purpose of me even making it. But yeah, we have, I'm trying to make sure that everything stays in a general staircase pattern. So we have, like, piccolo is the highest thing, because it's an 8 VA. And then there's flute below that, clarinet below that, then trumpet, then horn, then the saxophones, then trombone, then euphonium, then tuba. And then below the tuba, we have the percussion stuff. So we have snare drum, bass drum, drum set, timpani, and wood blocks. So I try to keep everything in an orderly fashion here on the score. Oh geez, this is the max. It can't get any further than this. This is so perfect. It's so perfect, dude. Look at it. It's so perfect. Bruh. I'm not going to add a single other voice here, because I have the horn. So it fits perfectly on the page. If I add a single other voice. Oh wait, no, that's not true. I lied. I was gonna add a piano part. I was gonna add a piano part. And if I do that, look what's gonna happen if I add a piano part. Look, watch this. Where the frick is piano? Okay, here it is. Look what's gonna happen. Where did the piano go? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Is it off the page? Guys, the piano is off the page. It's down here. Muse score, hello? This isn't how this is supposed to happen? Bruh. I don't think that's how that works. Well, this is awkward. What if I bumped the piano up? What if I made it the highest percussion instrument? Okay, so now it fits, but now the freaking whatchamacallit is off the screen. What? You would expect this to just casually morph onto another page, but Muse Score's like, nah, we're just gonna glitch to the ground. Glitch to the ground. Muse Score, hello? Is this supposed to happen? Have I reached the max amount of things I can have in a score? Is it not physically possible to have more than this without it freaking going off the page? I was going to get FL Studio, and I probably still will, but I'm just so used to this software's interface that I'm not going to switch to it just yet. Although FL Studio is pretty good. Oh yeah, I have the music theory thing pulled up. I have a file on my computer that's literally just titled Music Theory, and it's just a bunch of music theory stuff. So we got all the chords, all the scales, so I can like copy paste that whenever I need it. All the music theory. There's not a lot of music theory here actually. I still have a ton more music theory to add to this. All I've done so far is scales and chords. There's way more to music theory than just scales and chords. I have to add a ton more stuff to that. Oh hey, it doesn't glitch off the page anymore. Well, no it does, but it doesn't get cut in half. So I guess that's a bonus. I like how this is just one page with nothing on it. Just the name, and there's just nothing on the page. That's fun. So, hold on. Where? What? Are you supposed to add more to this than just this? Because this is like a full concert band I've set up here. But when I add another one, it's gone. I'm very confused. The piano thing was just gonna be like a bonus thing I was gonna add on top of everything. I wasn't actually gonna make it like an official part of it, but it would have been like a neat addition to this whole setup. But seeing that I can't add it is a bit of a problem. Is this a glitch or is this an intentional feature? Because I feel like this is a glitch. I feel like this is not supposed to happen. Is there a way that I can make the font size of everything smaller? Or like I can make the page bigger by any chance? Is there a way I can make the page bigger maybe? Or just something so that it actually fits? Because that would be nice. I would like to have that. I would very much appreciate that. Oh yeah, horn is very necessary. I haven't had a voice that sounds like this. The horn sounds like a tiny tuba. Sounds like a tuba, but if you made it smaller. Alright, so we're gonna use this. Now, what part should I copy over to it? Trombone or flute? Trombone or flute? Trombone or flute? Trombone or flute? The questions of life. We're gonna do trombone. Official executive decision. That's an octave too low. Oh, that is a high horn note. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I'll do, and then I'll switch it to the flute part during this section. I'll do half and half. How does that sound? That's still too high. Oh geez, there's no medium here. I can't pick or choose. It's too variant. There's too much happening. Down here or up here? Down here or up here? I'm choosing up here. Let's see what that's Actually, I have an idea. The bass clarinet part I do not believe is perfectly identical to this one. I think it's just slightly variant in some way. Oh yeah, that's the only difference. It has the 16th notes. It's the flute part with the 16th notes added to the end, which the flute one doesn't have. It just has an 8th note followed by a whole note. So, the melody is the same though. It's the same melody though, so it doesn't really make a difference. Which one has the melody that's like almost identical, but it's not perfectly identical? Which one is that? I forgot. The piano is still... Is the piano on the bottom, or did I remove it? I think I removed it. Which one was it? Which is the one that had that confusion? I have an idea. It's a weird idea, but I have an idea. Okay, let me just double check the drum set setup. Does the drum set have woodblock on it? Whoops, I added that by accident. No, it has congas. It doesn't have woodblock, it has congas, which is kind of the same, but not really. Dang it. So what I was going to do is I was going to compress the drum set, the concert snare drum and the concert bass drum all into the drum set part, which could actually work if I did it correctly. And then that would save me space to put the piano. Then I could technically leave the woodblock, but I kind of wanted to add... What was the other thing I wanted to add that along with the piano? The harp. I wanted to add a harp. The harp was going to have like one little solo at the beginning. That was going to be it. So yeah.
Looking for Jeremy.
Compromises, gotta compromise some stuff. Gotta make sacrifices to make sacrifices. I didn't even know Mid had FL Studio. Or I probably did and I just forgot. Oh god, I muted the ending again. Whoops, my bad. I like the way this sounds though. I don't want to ruin it. Which one was the one that sounded identical, but it wasn't actually identical? Where was that part? Did I remove that part? Did I get rid of that part? I'm so confused. There was one that was like identical, but it wasn't completely identical. It was slightly different. Did I decide to not do that? I don't think... Yeah, I think I might have removed the idea of doing that. Well, so long for that idea, I guess. Guess that idea will never happen. Unless I really wanted to, but I don't think I want to mess around with this thing too much. So yeah, I can compress the snare and the bass into the drum set, which would remove two of the parts. But then, do I want to replace the wood blocks with the congas, is the question. Let me just... I'm curious to see what that sounds like. So let me just take this, copy paste it onto a blank document. Yeah, with nothing on it, just so I can have that rhythm set up and ready to go. Actually, let's copy paste it onto the woodblock instrument so it doesn't. I don't lose the data. Where's the woodblock? Woodblocks. So if I copy paste it onto here, we'll copy the data too of the notes. There it is. That's the data for the woodblock part. Alright, so that's the woodblock part, but it's obviously it's sped up. It's sped up dramatically. Because here it's a lot slower than that. Actually, we gotta copy the whole thing. I missed some of it. That's the whole part. Okay. Okay, so that's that. Now... Ooh. What happens now? I had my mind went out the window for a second, but I'm back. Oh god, I got rid of it. Why did I get rid of it? Why did it go away? Me right now? My brain right now? Seriously? Like, oh my god. I actually can't anymore. Okay, there we go. Okay, there. I can copy paste this again. Well, let me copy paste it. There it is. I don't care how it looks, I just want it to be saved. So now, what if I made this a conga part instead? So what if I just placed the congas? What I just did, can I see? Can it let me see, please? I want to see what I'm doing. Can it stop pulling me up there? I want to see the part. Da-da-da-da. So what if I did that, and then it just goes eighth rest, and then I think it does the high note again. And then the second measure is the same thing, but the middle two things are reversed. So I can just copy this measure and paste it over here. And then reverse these two. So I delete these two notes and then reverse it. So it goes low, high, and then it ends on a low one, right? Yeah. So it does that. In the end, this one is the same as the first one, except it ends on a low one. Like that. And now let's remove the woodblock entirely, so I can hear what this sounds like. Gotta make it louder, I can't hear anything. Why can't I make it louder? There we go. It's just hard to select it, I guess. I guess it also works. The woodblock sounded better, but I guess if I really want to compress it to make the harp come into the play, I really will have to do it this way. There's really no other way here. Because the drum set doesn't have woodblocks, which is a shame. I kind of wish it did. It doesn't though. Let me just Control X that. I'll Control X that so I can copy paste it later. So we're actually going to we're gonna make this part 3. So I'll put this on part 3, or no. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna remove the woodblock instrument entirely. Just gonna delete it, so it's gone. And then we're gonna compress the drum set to become this part. So we'll make this part 3. Oh god, what have I done? Oh god, now it's impossible to read. This is the problem when you use multiple parts. It's impossible to read anything. Okay, that's gonna be on part 3. This will be like physically able to read in a few seconds, but right now you just can't. It's just a mess. Trust me, there is a method to my madness here. It's kind of hard to tell what the method to my madness is currently, but there is a method to my madness. Now I'm just going to take the entire snare drum part and copy paste it onto this part. Snare drum part all the way to the end. Copy paste it. And then we're going to copy paste this onto part 1. So by copy pasting that onto part 1, it overlaps this. It overlaps it instead of just overwriting it completely. It just plays over it. So now you have these two parts kind of just overlapping. It looks really strange, but it works. It plays fine because this is how you set up multiple parts. So now because I can do that, you can have 4 parts maximum, which is kind of annoying. I wish that you could add more, but you really don't need more than 4 for one singular instrument. This is how you make stuff like clarinet 1, 2, stuff like that. You would use the part system that's up here. So now I can get rid of concert snare, which makes even more room, because I just compressed that onto the drum set. So I compressed all that into the drum set. But now it made these measures really big, which I don't like. Why did it do that? That seemed kind of strange. I don't know why it did that. Is there a way I can make it not do that? Okay, that's kind of what I tried to do. So now if I play this, it will play. This will be playing the snare drum part and the conga part at the same time. Oh, I forgot the drum set snare sounds so much different than the concert snare. They're two completely different instruments. What's up? I'm composing music. That's what I've been doing the whole stream, technically. We're gonna change this, because now you can't even hear it. Change this to a piano. It'll work fine. And we'll make this just regular piano. And, delete this one. Wait. I am composing music. That is what I'm doing. I am creating music. I'm creating music for a series. Or I'm making a soundtrack for the trailer to the series. Mezzo forte as well, so that can be heard as well. Now there's two mezzo fortes overlapping each other. That's fun. Now the one thing left I have to do is I have to convert the bass drum part to the snare, to the drum set as well. This is fun. This is some fun stuff. This is real fun. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. That's not what I wanted to do. How do I do this? Oh God, no. Oh God, what have I done? Okay, so this is how we have to do this. We're gonna have to do this the weird way. So how am I gonna do this without deleting the entire part? Oh, I have to make the snare drum one last, I guess. That's my only option. So we'll make this part 2, so that it fits nicely with everything else, and it doesn't overlap that. It looks very strange, but this is the way it is. So let's take the drum set actually. Let's copy and paste the entire part 1. Is there a way I can copy paste the entire part 1? Is there a way I can copy paste the entire part 1 without copy pasting the entire part 3? I guess not. This is fine. This is too much work. Wrong thing, there's... This is not... Well, see, the way I'm doing is I'm combining parts to compromise for space, because for some reason when I start adding more parts, instead of making a new page like it should, it just goes off the page and into nowhere. So in order to compromise for space, I have to multitask with the drum set parts here. It's the only way I can get this done. So I'm going to have to do it that way. So we're going to have we're going to have to completely remove this part 3, temporarily. Or no, we're going to have to completely remove the entirety of this, because I have the whole thing copy pasted over here, so it's nice and easy to grab. And then I just delete this entire thing. Gone. And then we paste this onto the key change right here as a part 3, and then I have to do the concert bass drum now. So hold on, let me go backtrack this. I have to actually X this, because then we have to go back into this thing and I have to add yet another part. I'm gonna add just snare drum, I guess. No, let's just add a second drum set, shall we? And copy paste this onto that one, and then delete all this part 3 stuff. Is it not? Is that invite link invalid now? I'm pretty sure that invite link is the same one we use for... That link might actually be invalid now. I have no idea. Well, anyway, I'm going to post a new one inside it. So I updated that, but it's not going to save it. I'll just, I'll post it here. There's the new one. I just grabbed the one from information and rules, because that one I know for a fact is infinite. I don't know which one. I don't know which one was in the description. It might have been one that wasn't infinite, but I know for a fact the one I just put in is infinite. So that one should never run out. So that will be the new stream invite now, because that one does work forever. Because we have an invite link that's in the rules chat that I know for a fact is an infinite link, because it's been around for months and it still hasn't gone invalid. So it's 100% an infinite link. I'm not actually in the stream voice chat though, because creating music is something that you can't really do when you're talking to people, like directly voice to voice, because it's kind of hard to pay attention to what you're creating. Of course, the chat is an exception because the chat's through text, so it's fine. But if this is like an animation stream, I'd probably be in the stream chat, but I'm not because we're creating music. Now, is there a way I can... Oh, I have to delete all these rests. Well, that's fun. I didn't mean to do that. This is what happens when you mess up one time. You end up creating an abomination. MuseScore can be pretty weird sometimes. This is one of the times when it's really weird. Alright, there we go. Now it's just the snare part. Completely just the snare part. So now I can safely remove all of that. All that crap. So now I can copy paste this darned thing onto... I'm actually going to do it correctly this time. Don't worry about it. Do it correctly. We're going to go to the key change, copy that, put it at a part 3. And then I got to do the bass drum. So I take the bass drum. Where does it start? Here. This is where the song starts. Bass drum. And then go all the way to the end. Copy paste that in here. It's not going to override it because it's going to become part 1 by default. And then make that part 2. So now part 1 is now empty. So I can take the drum, the snare part that I have saved here, and copy paste it onto part 1. I did it. I did it. I put the bass drum, the snare drum, and the congas all onto one thing. They're now all compressed into this weird looking thing. It is very scary to look at, I know. It's very intimidating and looks very out of place. But it's just the way it has to be. Because I'm compressing size. So now I can remove the bass drum off this list. So now the bass drum, snare, and congas are all on the drum set part, which makes room for more parts. So yay, I accomplished my thing. And now it's gonna sound... We have one, but it's private. And also, there are a ton of them. There are a ton of 2.8 rigs that are out, actually. There's a ton of 2.8 rigs that are already out currently, like right now. And there's new ones that are like on the way. Like in the next couple of months, there's going to be a ton of new ones. But we currently use a private one. That's now a thing. That's now all compressed onto that. I did my job. Now we can add the harp part, which I've been wanting to do. So harp would be in strings and plucked. Or would it be in bowed? No, it would be in plucked. It would not be in bowed. Harp. Ah, I knew it. Harp is 2 staffs. I knew it. I knew it. Just like piano is 2 staffs. A harp's freaking 2 staffs. Okay, we're gonna remove one of the staffs, because I know you can remove staffs, but I had a feeling it was gonna add 2 of them. So we're just gonna have a treble clef harp, which I know seems kind of weird because harps are supposed to have 2 staffs. That's like a thing, but in this one case in particular, we're going to remove one of the staffs because then I can make room for the piano part, which has 2 staffs, and that's fine because I can perfectly fit both of them. Oh wait, what? I can't, bruh. It only fits one of the 2 staffs. That's not cool. Dang it, I didn't make enough room. I made a decent amount of room, but I didn't make enough room. And there's nothing else that I can remove. I've compressed as much as possible. Everything here is now completely necessary. There's nothing left to remove. Bro, moment. I mean, I don't technically need the euphonium part, but it adds a lot of spice to the thing. Because, like, this is the only part where the euphonium plays. What would happen if I actually removed the euphonium? Just to see what I want to see what that sounds like. Or no, you know what I'll do? I'll delete this. I'll Control X this. Yeah, it doesn't sound the same without the euphonium part. Euphonium part is very necessary, so I can't get rid of that either. What do I do? Very not happy right now with this outcome. Heh. I might just have to bump the piano part out. The piano part was meant to be just access stuff. Like, I wasn't... The piano part was meant to be like just like a thing I was going to put in the background. I don't actually necessarily need the piano part. It's not completely necessary in any way. But I just thought it would have sounded... I thought I would... I wanted it to sound cooler. It would have sounded cooler with the frickin' piano part. But MuseScore's big dumb. Doesn't let me use pianos. It's racist against pianos. So I guess I'll just deal with what I have with the freaking, what do you call it? The harp. The harp part. Which I do have an idea for. Just you freaking wait. We're going to go to the music theory. This is the reason I have this open. Because the music theory is going to be very important here. Gonna boop that in there. Oh wait, it copy pasted the text. I didn't want that. Just gonna boop that in there. We're gonna make this forte because I want this to be nice and loud, very much heard. And we're gonna make these all. Oh, I love harps. Harps are so cool. Harps are so cool. I freaking love harps. Okay, I should use harps more often in my pieces. They're so cool. Harp is an incredibly underrated instrument. It's so unused, yet it sounds amazing. All right. That's me right now. That's me mentally right now. Right now. Like right now. Let me check Discord real quick. I haven't looked at Discord in a bit. And I can legally look at Discord because you guys can't see it. Because I have 2 monitors now. So you guys can't even see what I'm doing. It is out of your reach. The software does hate me. The software has had a history with me. The software, it just doesn't like me. It just doesn't like me. There's so many different ways in which this software has completely messed me up. It just doesn't like me. This software doesn't like me, guys. It doesn't like me. It hates me. Okay. I'm gonna have to make this 16th notes, which is gonna be a very tedious process that I don't want to do. I'm actually tempted. Okay, you know what okay. We're doing this the hard way, boys. We're doing this the hard way, boys. So, we're gonna make the 16th notes because I want this to sound very epic. So, I'm gonna do this the hard way. Wrong one. That's the one. I mean, that wasn't necessarily the hard way, but it worked. Anyway, we're gonna do it again. This time with a different scale. Yeah! I want to see what that sounds like now. Okay. Oh, that sounds so cool. The problem is the scales don't work really well because of the fact that I'm using different keys, different key signature scales. So therefore, it doesn't sound that good. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. This is my alternative plan. I plan everything. Let's go. Why can I not see the heart part anymore? Okay, we're going to stick 20. Blah, blah, blah. This note, 30-second note, guys. We're gonna do that. Up and down. See what that sounds like. Bruh. I freaking love that. Harps are so cool. Prove me wrong. Alright, so... Okay, what I could do is I could make it 16 notes again and then just fill an entire measure with this. So I would go like I go 16th notes and then we just go and it would fill the whole measure. So I wouldn't have to worry about making a second version. It would just fill the whole thing. That could work. I can see that working. Now the problem is, how long am I going to have the harp play? It would sound cooler without it down. What does that mean? Oh, okay, here's an idea. What if I did this? I like that, but like, it's eh. I feel like the cascade worked really well, but I don't know. Like, I feel like the jump to the low C kind of feels awkward, because it's like jumping down an octave. I don't know. I kind of want to do the thing where I did the different key signatures, but it just didn't sound right. It like sounded really awkward when I did the different key signatures. Let me do it again with the second measure this time. So let's use the different key signatures. And see what that sounds like on the second measure with Caroline's double cascade effect. Slowly go down and then up. I mean, it could. I can see that working, but like, it doesn't make sense because if I had it slowly go down and then back up, it would make the entire phrase 2 measures long instead of 1. Because like, let's say, let me do your idea real quick, just so I can show you what I mean. That would be a whole measure. And then it would be a measure and a half long, so it would sound like this. see. And then what if I feel like the cascade going up and then down really works, though. What if I did down and then up instead? What if I did that? What if I did it starts high? And it went up again. I can see that one working. That one sounds a lot better than it starting on the high, on the low end. I feel like when it started on the low end, it kind of lost its feel. So I do that same thing, but with the other key signatures, like I did before. What if I just went through... Go up all the way, and then down half, then up half? Huh. This would be all in the same note values, because then it would be a really weird measure phrase. So if I went... Maybe go all the way go up all the way... Then down half, then up half. So that would sound like this. That's what that would sound like. That idea actually sounds kind of cool. Well, no, I gotta make it B flat now, so I'm gonna make B flat. We're gonna change these notes. By the way, fun fact, I can literally make any major or minor scale by just doing this with the arrow keys. So this is the C, now it's the D flat, now it's the D. I'm just making all the major scales by pressing these arrows. Alright, so that's gonna be B flat. I mean, it kind of works. It sounds really weird with the different key signatures, but I feel like that's like the nature of it. It feels kind of nice with the varying key signatures. I feel like after a certain point, it kind of goes off-brand a little bit, though. Like, you can only go so far with it, is what I'm trying to say. What if I just made it switch between C major and E major, because those are the two key signatures that are used in the song? What if I just swap between the two? I don't like the E major. The E major does not blend with C major at all. Doesn't seem to work. Let me just try it real quick. What if I just kept it? Okay, so I'm gonna keep it in the same key signature, but I'm just going to vary how the rhythm works. So it's going to do that one time, and then the second time I'm going to have it do a full scale down. So on this one, it actually will go all the way down. So where's my notes? So what note is this on? This at G, so we'll go. I should actually no. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing for the second one. What we're doing for the second one is it's gonna start on the top. And this one's gonna go. Oh god, why did that go into 2 measures? What the heck? Okay, there you go. Now let me see what that sounds like. Yeah, I like this. This is like it's like the same key signature, but the scale is just I can't speak English. It's just like changing around. So then what's this one gonna sound like? This one, I'm gonna make this one just a full scale up and a full scale down. Really starting to... This works, actually. I like this. This works really well. This is why harps are so freaking cool. This is why you love harps. This is why every song must have a harp. They're so epic. They add so much to the song. Just by adding the harp, it just adds so much to it. I cannot emphasize that enough. This is why everyone must use harps. There's the entire thing with the key signature. That is a harp. That's a harp for you. And now it switches key signature. Caroline, you actually did something. You brought the harp part to life by giving me the idea of going up a half and then down a half. If I didn't think of that idea, this would have just been arpeggios up and down the whole freaking thing. You gave me the idea to go up and down half the scale. Good job, you did something. Otherwise, this would have just been bland arpeggios the entire way. So what I'm going to do here is that this is a 4-measure phrase, right? Or actually, no, it's 3 measures because you can't count the last part. But the last part, I'm going to add a harp anyway because I'm cool. So we're going to copy-paste the entire first thing. the first 4. We're gonna copy paste it here, and then just change the key to E, like it's supposed to be. So this is gonna change key signature here, which is supposed to do. Oh, I like that a lot. I like how at the end, when all the instruments are holding one note, the harp is still going. The harp's still going at the end. That's my favorite part. The harp just continues to play at the end wherever when they're just holding a single note, it just continues to play the scale. Okay. I have finished the entire first half of this song, or the entire first section. It's not really a first half. It's just slightly more than half of the song. I think this is a good place to call the stream since I've finished a section. So I think we're gonna listen to it one more time from the very beginning and see the progress that has been made on this song. It is not done yet, but this entire first section, the part that you're now hearing, this part is complete. But now I have to compose an entire area after where it ends from scratch again. So this is the entire section completed, and then after I hear it, we're gonna call the stream. So it begins. Official soundtrack material right there. So that's it. I'm done here. That's it for the stream. I'm not done with the song, obviously, but I got a lot more work to do on the song. But I'm done with the thing. I have officially made a song. Let's go. I think when did the viewing peak? The viewing peaked at 5, I think. That's when the view peaked. Yeah, it peaked at 5. At 5 was the highest it got. Alright. I'm done here. I have done my job for the stream. This song is obviously not complete, and for those of you who are wondering, the reveal trailer is still in the rendering phase. I wasn't rendering it during stream, though, because rendering during streaming is not a very good idea. I actually paused it just for the stream. But, there you have it. So It Begins, I never actually properly told you that, but the song is called So It Begins in the Lol Gotham soundtrack. That's meant to be a joke because I'm not actually revealing the name of the series just yet, so I changed the name to Lol Gotham. But that is it. I went for 2 hours and 11 minutes. That's actually really good for a productive stream. 2 hours and 11 minutes of me composing music. And half of it was me ranting about MuseScore, but that's a different story. But anyway, that's a stream, folks. That is a stream, folks. I'm going to call it a stream. Thanks for hanging out. And I hope to be doing more of these, and maybe Halfbake will do some of these too. But we're bringing the productive streams back, people. We're bringing them back. Right after the reveal trailer comes out, we're bringing them back like wildfire. They're going to be everywhere. So don't you worry about having no content on this channel. After the reveal trailer comes out, which I'm not sure when it's going to come out because we plan on doing a double reveal trailer, where we're going to upload the NZ and mine in the same video. So when that eventually comes out, these are going to start coming in like wildfire, the productive streams. So don't you worry about lack of content. It's going to be everywhere. For actual animations, that's another story. That's still going to be a rather slow process for now. But these streams, they're coming back. The streams are coming back. The productive streams, they're coming back. They're making a comeback. We haven't had a productive stream on this channel since March. They're making a comeback. Let's go. So that's it. That's everything. I'm just gonna quit ranting about ending the stream and actually click the stop streaming button. Bye.